Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I have a progress video for you guys, and there are some little tips and things that I want to share with you all with this Ferris wheel die set that I have got as part of my Christmas present. So if you're not aware of the Ferris wheel die set that I am working with, it comes with all of these pieces. Now, a little later, I am going to show you all of the pieces that I have cut out for my next Ferris wheel. But this one I'm about to show you right now is my very first Ferris wheel project, and this one I am gifting it to my son Spencer. He is 11-year-old and he is absolutely mad with anything space astrology, and I have had a DCWV paper pad which is called Luna, and it was filled with beautiful foil pages like this one here. And also there's another pattern paper like this one here. And it's mainly like navy colors and charcoal gray and sky blue colors and things like that. So I am going to share with you guys how many pieces you guys do need to cut out if you do buy this set in the future. But I just wanted to show you guys my progress. So I have firstly cut out a whole stack of paper. Then I had to decide whether I needed 3 or 4 of certain, shape to make it sturdy. And then I have started gluing them, and I am going to show you. Now this stand is not complete as of yet because I still need to do something in here. You see that part there? Now that part there, so I have attached this shape to each side of the base, and the base is really sturdy, the side stand is really sturdy. And so the inside is like got extra cardboard pieces under the pattern paper as well to make it really sturdy. And I want this to last a long time for my son, because I am just putting all my love into making this. And with this Ferris wheel die, before you guys do purchase it, if you want to purchase it, you do have to know that this is definitely a labor of love project, and it is not a project that you can just do in a day's time. You do need to be careful in choosing the pattern paper, because you don't want to frustrate yourself by cutting the wrong pattern paper and have to do it all over again. So it does pay, to choose the pattern paper, match 2 pieces of papers together to see if they're going to go well together. I suggest that you start off from the base color. So the base color, what I mean is the big pieces. So this bit here is the base color that I have chosen. So it's this is the pattern paper I used. This bit here. So it's not a heavily patterned paper because it's going to be mainly covered. And the inside, you're not really going to see much of it either because you're going to have big piece of the round bit up here. So you do need to choose a base pattern paper. Then you want to choose another pattern paper that's going to go on top. That's going to be like part of the star of the project. And so I chose this one, which is similar to the base. And also, this is really funny. So the DCWV Luna paper pad, it is a mixture of a modern vintage style. And so I think I should show you guys actually. Let me see. I started chopping the, where is it? I started using the front cover of the cardboard, but this is all of the patterns that it comes with, you guys. And also like things like this, like beautiful foil counterparts and stuff. But this is a really good mixture of modern vintage style. And Spencer understands my love of modern vintage. And when he was requesting me to make this, he said to me, Mom, I really love this pattern papers in here, but can you please make sure to not include any vintage style? So in my son's idea of vintage was anything like this. He thought that was too vintage for him. And then he really did not like that style. He said that's too vintage. Probably because it's got that antique paper color on there. And he said not to use this, so I did not. He also said don't use this because that's too vintage for him. So you guys kind of get the idea. I think I'm going to show you a couple more which he didn't want me to use. This one here, he thought that was too vintage. He said anything that is too vintage style, I am not allowed to use. So I have used, like foiled ones like this. That's super modern for him. Okay. I'm going to have some water. So it's just been really fun getting my son involved in helping me choose the pattern paper as well. Like it started off by me suggesting which style, which theme we should go with. And he decided to go with this. Now, originally, when I did buy this paper pad a while ago, I can't believe when I exactly bought it. It could have been 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. When I saw this collection, I knew I was buying it for my son. So I am getting to use it and I'm really happy about that. So the base box, I used this pattern paper here. Then I have started putting the carriages together. So the carriage is really sturdy too, because you have the base, but you also have the side pieces that gets glued on. And then I use the same piece of this to do the inside in a different pattern paper. And I also cut out the square bit. The die, you get the die for this rectangular piece as well. And so it's really sturdy. And it has an overhanging flip bit, the scalloped edge that you glue down. And it also makes the side sturdy as well. So this is a really well-designed die set, you guys. So it is well worth paying the money. I am so happy because I always have to justify myself when I'm buying a new die set. Is it worth it? Am I going to use it enough? Am I going to have a lot of joyful time with it? Because if I can't justify that for myself, I am for sure that I'm gonna, not enjoy it and I'm gonna regret. So that's why I don't buy a lot of die sets, you guys. But I sure am very happy that I finally got this die set. So you need 6 carriages. So I have glued all of the 6 carriages. And I also have the very sturdy part. So sturdy because it's got 5 pieces on here for each of these. And this is the outer part. So when I'm putting it together, it's going to be like this. This circle piece goes behind it. And then I also have these large stars that I am going to attach to the front after I do the dowel part, this. Okay? So I am super excited to show you guys the finished product when I get to do it. But I'm going to share the finished product of this Ferris wheel when I complete my Spencer's one and my Christopher's one. So you guys will get to see 2 in one go. But I thought this process video is really important for me to share because I think some of you will think, is it worth buying the die? Is it worth having the die? Am I going to have enough fun with it? So I just wanted to give you guys my personal opinion about it. And so far, I am really loving it, you guys. I really, really am. I'm not even part of the design team, and I'm speaking like I am. But I am just really happy with my purchase, and I'm very thankful to my in-laws. So to hold the carriages and the wheel, the circle part there and everything, you need to cut out a dowel in 11 centimeters. Now, for those of you who don't use centimeters, 11 centimeters is about, let me put it against my scoreboard. It's about 3¼ a little bit above 3¼ long. Okay, so I have marked for 2, one for Spencer, one for Christopher, and it's my husband's job to cut this for me. I am not even going to attempt to cut this. Can you imagine me struggling to try to cut this with a saw or something? I am not even going to try. This is my husband's job. And this is one of the things I need at the end of the Ferris wheel. This is the very last, well, it's not the very last stage, but it's more towards the last stage, I know. Then I needed a paper straw, right? And I didn't have any paper straws, you guys. The only paper straw I had left was one pink paper straw. And of course, my kids are boys, so I can't use pink. So we went to Kmart and got it. And in the $3 pack, oh my gosh, they had this color and they had pink and they had this color and purple and stuff like that, which was really great. So I do not need paper straws for a long, long time. Definitely don't need to buy it. So this is the color of paper straw I am using. So the idea is that it's going to go in and hold it like this, you guys. And so to attach it, I have to put it through this hole first, right? And then I have to do that. Now, there is a tutorial on how to put this together by Far Studio. I have watched her tutorial. And there's also Cutesy Shelf DM. She also did a project share about a year ago with the Ferris wheel. Oh my gosh, I loved her Ferris wheel. And you guys all know DM from Cutesy Shelf, I'm pretty sure. She had a little tip to share. So you guys can go watch that too if you wanted to find out a little bit more about her own personal tips about the Ferris wheel. But I have watched a lady here in Australia actually, and her channel name is By Far Studio. And she had a tutorial on how to put this together. And that is how I knew that this rod had to be cut in 11 centimeters and that the paper straw had to be cut by 8 centimeters. Okay, so you need 6 of these. And you need something to hold the paper straw onto this part. And so for that, I have gone through my Brad collection and I wanted to have a star one, but I didn't have a star one, but I did have this square one, and the square one looks like this. And it's got the epoxy sticker on top that I can easily take off, which I did for this one here. So I took that off, and then I am going to add some strong glue on there when I'm decorating it. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this. I'm going to hot glue inside the paper straw. And then I'm going to use this bit here, this poking out bit here. So I'm just going to quickly show you what she also meant, the By Far Studio lady. So she puts hot glue in there. Then she adds this bit inside the straw. And also, she recommended to put a glue on the inside part of the bread as well. And then she glues it on like this, you guys. So when I am done gluing this part here, I'm going to see how I can add this glow-in-the-dark star on the outside. So I might need to add some like a dimensional bit on there so that this star is not stuck on there like that. I want it to be a little bit dimensional. I'm going to see how I can do that. But you never know. Things can change. So that's just like a progress. So that's my progress of Spencer's one. Now, I really want to show you guys how many pieces you have to cut out. And by showing you these, I think it's going to give you a really good idea of whether you have enough patience to be doing this project. Let me drink some more. I'm still using gingerbread cup. Okay, so this is a thick bunch. You see, you guys, I want to pick up everything and I'm going to show you. Look, this is all of the pieces you have to cut out. It is a lot of pieces, you guys. I am very thankful to my friend Shivani for gifting me the electronic die cutting machine. Without that large A4 size cutting plate, I would be die cutting to prepare for the Ferris wheel for a very long time. You wouldn't be able to cut it in the time I did. So I am very thankful to my friend Shivani. So let me show you. So I'm not going to get the die out. Because you guys can see the shape anyway. So what I started off with was this shape here. This shape here. So I started off by cutting the cardstock. You know the paper pad cover? Well, this was a Maggie Holmes parasol one. And it's a bit thicker than a normal pattern paper. So I cut 2 of these. No, I cut 4 of these in total. 4. Because you need 2 of these for each side. Each side to make it really sturdy. So this is going to be the other inside of the stand. So that, and then gonna have another one of the packaging material. So now I have 3. Then this is going to be the 4th base pattern paper for the outer side. And this is going to be the decorator piece on top. So it's like 5 pieces just for one stand. Okay? So then I have 5 of this for one side, another 5 for the other side. So that's 10 pieces already, you guys. All right, so I'm just going to put those away because I've already shared with you guys all of those. Then for the large bit, the circular bit, you're going to need 4 of the base paper. You're going to need 4 of the base paper, 4, 2 for each side. So 1 for the out, 1 for the in, 1 for the out, 1 for the in. So 2 for each side, okay? But you're going to also need these, okay? So then you're going to put, for the top one, I've only cut out 1 of this because I don't want the top part to be too heavy. So I've got 1 of the packaging material cut out, the base, so the base is going to go like that. Then I'm going to glue this other base on the other side. Then on the outer layer, I am using this pattern paper. Christopher's one, we're going for like fun carnival theme. So that's why we got stars on this one. And we've got balloons with his one. So that's how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 for one side and another 4 for the other side. So now just cutting the giant parts, we have 18 pieces, you guys. Just this is 18 pieces. So I really wanted to share this because I don't want, people to buy this and regret that it's just too much work involved. I just really wanted to be honest and tell you guys. But honestly, I am so happy that I have bought it and I really am enjoying it. Then you're going to need, this is the carriage base. So for Christopher's one, we decided on this balloon paper. So I cut out 6 of these. And then I'm going to decorate here, here, and here. Whereas for Spencer's one, because I used the double-sided pattern paper for Spencer's one, I didn't have to put anything on this side, but I'm going to put something on this side. So that's the die that cuts out for this. Whereas Spencer's one, I did put one inside because he didn't love the pattern on the other side of the other one. But this is another tip I learned for myself. This doesn't have any stitching detail. So these are the panels that are for the seats, right? Now this one, you do not have to use these 3 pieces. Saves you die cutting. This one, for Christopher's one, I just measured the width of the cutout piece from Spencer's and did it. And I wrote it down somewhere so I can cut more of them in a faster way. So all you have to do is just measure the width, the length, and the height, and just keep cutting the number of pieces you want, instead of putting it through the die cutting machine over and over again to get these side panel bits. So that's the tip I wanted to share. So you have to get 6 of these, okay? Then, so let me get all of those ones away. And then for the panels, I have cut them in these two on here. So you need 4 of these, 4 of this stitch one for each, because you're gonna put 1 on each outside and then 2 on the inside. So 4 times 6, that's 24. So 24 of this shape here. So you can, now you guys are really getting to understand all of the time involved in making this Ferris wheel. I'm so happy I can gift these to my kids, and they're so excited to have it. So that's the pattern paper that I've chosen for the outer decorative part. And then for the panel that I'm going to use for the outside, I'm using same pattern paper of the balloon. So I measured and cut out all of these. I cut out 6 of these rectangular pieces. And I cut out 12 of the outer layer, because you need 2 for each. 1 here, 1 here. Okay? So I cut out another 12 of these using just my little mini die cutting machine. So with the star, you need 2 of the base and 2 of the stitch part. So you need 4 of these all together. And then for the very bottom stand, you only need 1 of this. And I love how it's got all of these perforated lines, which makes it really easy to fold, you guys. See? And you want the bottom stand to be strong. So I cut out another one with the die, but you don't have to use the die for to make your strong bits. So another one, I just measured the same of this, and then I'm gonna glue that down. Then I'm gonna glue this another piece. I'm gonna use 2 cardstock, the packaging material. I'm gonna glue 2. Then I'm going to put this confetti paper on top. So that's gonna be Christopher's base. Okay, so I've shared all of that. Oh yeah, this one here is the base one for the side of the carriage. And so you need 12 of these as well. Okay? And then this is a rectangular stitched piece that comes for the side panel here. So you guys, can you see all of the die cutting I've done? It is a lot. And you need to choose 6 bread of your style for your project. So that's my progress video for you guys, and I'm so happy that I am able to do this for my kids, and I definitely will be making more, but it involves a lot of time, so we shall see how I go. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to everybody for always being so kind to me. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.